Hi everybody, it is Friday, April 19th or something thereabouts, 2024. We are in Springfield, Illinois at the National Clydesdale Sale, and we are thinking about trying to get Oliver a teammate and possibly, hopefully, a mate. This is the biggest Clydesdale specific auction that I know about. And there's, I think, 115 or 120 horses consigned this year. So, top of the line Clydesdales this year. And our goal, our favorite horse, would be, in our ideal situation, would be like a coming 2-year-old filly or a yearling filly, maybe. Because I like training them myself. One that's colored and looks a lot like Oliver, that's not going to be huge. I don't like the 19-hand ones, and I don't, want a 15-hand one, so we'll see. Let's go see what we can find.
So Friday morning, there was actually a preview of all the horses that were going to be in the sale. But I accidentally read the time wrong, so we got there on time, but it was the wrong time. So we basically missed the part of the preview that we really wanted to see, which was the yearlings and 2-year-olds. The 5- and 6-year-old mares were the last of this part of the preview, and we did get to see them, and that was good. There were some really beautiful mares. The preview actually didn't quit here. They continued it all afternoon, showing off the riding horses, the hitch horses, pulling carts. And we did watch a little bit of it, but we mostly chose to walk around and find and meet the horses that we were interested in.
Don't let him bite you. He licks my eyeball.
Okay, so as I go through and find every horse of interest, I try to write a little note about each of them. Like on lot 69 over there, we wrote that she appeared a little bit mean or grouchy.
She's pretty aggressive, yeah.
This horse here, I wrote that she was friendly, but she didn't finish all her grain. That'll just help me remember which ones I've looked at.
Yeah,
on
and
my
she
notes.
has one black stocking.
Yeah.
She's very tall.
Which I would prefer. I would prefer for white stocking legs, but it's not a deal breaker if it's just the right horse or sweet.
Mare that is broke to drive single and double. Here's your opportunity to acquire a mare sired by Pink Hatfield breeding to Sandy Ridge Caden and will be prepared by Bonga Stables. And she's another 4-year-old? Mm-hmm. And she's also bred.
Do you like cameras? That's very important.
She's gorgeous. Oh, she's got an ouchie on her eye. I didn't see that side of her head. She has stitches.
Had.
No, they're still in there. They're still in there. Oh, it looks like it kind of hurt. It's sore.
Write that down on there.
She's being real sweet though right now, but she might not feel very good.
Under anesthesia.
Yeah, on pain medicine for sure. Ouchie, poor girl.
We thought this mare was really beautiful. We did have them pull her out to look at her a little bit better. And I think the story on her eye was that she got caught in a gate right before this and cut her eye that way. If I remember correctly, they said that this mare was started under saddle, but not finished out. Sweet, but had a lot of energy. So she was kind of on our list, but we weren't quite sure about her. We started trying to give all the horses nicknames that we liked so we could kind of remember them, and we dubbed this one Stitches.
She's huge.
Yeah.
Hey, pretty girl. Came over to me. Hi.
You guys want me to get her?
Hello.
No, she's too big for me.
Was this a mare?
Yep. 2016.
She's built nice. Oh, they don't.
Single and double.
Look at that. They can reach each other.
17.1 hands.
17.1? Okay.
Hi, sweetheart.
She's been bred before the sale.
It doesn't say she's bred now.
But they wrote this a while ago, so that she might be confirmed to me. It's just on this is a mare foaled in 2012. Drives both single and double, cross ties, loads, clips. 18.1 hands.
Yeah, she's really tall.
Yeah, she could be bred.
Clydesdales are big horses, JR.
I know.
He's like, it's too
This
big.
one's
it's
too big.
Well,
Oliver is still growing, you gotta
I
think,
want a
though.
medium-sized
Did you see
Clydesdale.
all those 3-year-olds?
These
None
are
of them
as
are
tall-
done growing.
how old is this man?
She's 15.
15?
So this was one of JR's favorite horses. Her name was Barbie, and she was just kind of the right size. He loved her build, and she wasn't too tall. She had a lot going for her, though. She was a well-rounded horse. I know they had shown her. She was well broke to ride and pull, kind of a perfect family horse. So we kind of figured she would go higher than we could afford, but she also was a little bit older. She was 15, so we weren't sure if that would scare people off. So we did write her down as one of the horses that we were interested in her. JR was very smitten with this horse. He really liked her. We also got to see this mare a little bit later in the driving preview, which of course she did wonderful. And this was actually one of the other aspects that JR really liked about Barbie, is that she was an experienced, well-trained, calm mare. So she'd be great to teach Oliver to pull double with.
There's Little. High-stepping, spunky show-off that will lead a hitch when she grows up.
There's not a show-off.
She has 4 whites, is a solid bay with a black mane and tail as a foal. She is a late summer filly that will be a great addition to a future mare hitch and your herd. Oh. Shoes on.
Absolutely. So,
Oh, she is pretty.
guys, the guy's getting ready. I've only had her for 2 weeks. Just take her home, give her all the things she'll eat,
Yeah.
and she'll go and get something pretty cute.
Yeah, she's pretty thin right now.
She just needs some feed.
She's got a pretty little face though. Pretty eyes.
Yeah, she's taking this pretty well.
Oh yeah, she's sensible.
What's the deal where they only had her 2 weeks? They got her to take to the sale, I guess?
Yeah, they got it. These guys prep horses, right? So she and another horse came out of the west, and they get them cleaned up and get them ready to go for the owner.
Oh, gotcha.
So the owner's actually consigning them. They're just getting her ready.
Gotcha. I never realized they would put shoes on one so young.
Oh yeah.
Why did
We
they
raised
do that?
Missouri extra.
So couple things. If this foal's been running out and her feet are maybe just a little bit soft, it protects them. The other thing is, for a foal like this, it may help her lift her feet up a little bit more.
Oh, as she's going. Show her off better. Aww.
You're okay, sweetheart.
You're okay.
Do you know her name?
Whatever's on the paper. to be
She
honest.
is registered. It's not like pending or anything,
No,
correct?
she is registered, yeah.
Okay, so that's all done.
And the guys have had her, they'll be back. They just want to get food.
Okay,
So feel free
yeah,
to
we
come
might
back.
want to come back.
Yeah, come back anytime. You want to take her out and lead her, play with her?
Freedom.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Freedom?
Freedom.
Aw.
It's Nettie.
Nettie?
Oh.
Natty
Natty?
is what they call her.
It's not like a other sale.
She sold for 2. I thought I'd still work. Okay.
Oh.
Well, good. She's not completely out of my price range. then.
No, I don't think that. Yeah.
She is sweet.
Okay.
You're so calm, baby.
What do you think?
For these,
Oh, yeah. What do you think, Becca?
I'll buy her if Dad does it.
That's what I'm thinking.
Belgians
Her needs some groceries, though.
She's so sweet. She's being so calm. It's crazy.
Yeah.
No? Are you nervous?
Well, she hasn't ate her grain, though, so.
Well, it looks like they put half a bucket of grain in here and she's been eating on it. She's probably nervous too, stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, does that feel good? I found the spot, Mama.
Uh-oh. You always find the spots for them.
I found it.
I think she likes you.
She does too.
And that's what's important because this
That's
one's
very
gonna be
important.
mine. Little does Dad know he's buying me another horse. Dad's gonna be like, I told you you could only have one horse on this farm, and now you got 5. Yeah, we're good. Oh, she's tucking it in.
I think she is the one. What do you think about her?
It's not a horse. It's a new best friend.
Horses were the only best friends Becca could ever have because she's so socially awkward. Okay.
As you can see, we all kind of like this little filly. She was super sweet and calm. There was just something about her, but she is a little bit underweight and kind of rough looking, which was concerning. She did seem to be off her feed, but she was in a new environment, probably pretty nervous, and for all we know, she had never had grain before, but they did mention something about her not feeling good and shipping fever. There were actually a couple mamas with foals on their side, too. This was a little filly, super sweet. But this was our favorite one. This little filly was just a couple weeks old. I want to say 2, but she could have been a little older than that. Just brand new, adorable, fluffy, and her mama was just as sweet. Very good-natured mare. She just gave off really good vibes.
She's been driven in the past. Doesn't say she's broke or anything. Just a nice, quiet mare. This would honestly be a good one.
So this was a 7-year-old mare, and this was her 3rd foal that she had had. So kind of a perfect age, not too old, not super young. She was an experienced mama. I believe the mare was trained to pull a little bit, but she just didn't have tons of experience under her belt because they had mostly used her as a brood mare.
Oh, she's gonna come
Like we've
after
got a
you.
couple horses on that 29 that are giving. Oh, she'll walk out that door.
I was gonna say, I think she's gonna come.
Yeah. And she'll bulldoze you.
Yeah, you're big stuff. That's
Yeah.
why.
Oh, she's cute.
Oh, you're a little.
This little foal was so cute. Oh my gosh, she was adorable. We really loved everything about her. Her markings were perfect, and her mama was perfect. Super sweet. These were a couple other mares that we looked at, pulled out of the stall. They were all beautiful. Some seemed to have a little bit more sweeter personalities than others, but overall, they were all very calm, gentle horses. This was a 2-year-old mare, and she seemed like such a character. We had fun visiting with her. She seems friendly.
Uh-oh.
What was that? Her?
The stall breaking because she's leaning in for scratches. Oh, she's gonna lay down.
The whole stall wall might come down.
I think we better just get her out and scratch her right. I keep doing this, she's gonna break the wall down. That's funny. Come here. She wants us to bid on her because she's having us scratch her.
Yeah, I think so. She's only 2. She's super tall.
I'll write down scratches so I remember her.
We did pull this mare out to look at her a little bit better, and JR actually talked about her quite a bit, but I accidentally had the camera on time lapse, so it messed that video up. But we thought she was absolutely beautiful.
Oh, horse says, please don't take her, take me.
Hi.
This was another little character right next to Scratches. It was a little yearling filly.
She says, get me out of jail.
We did get to pull this little goofball out, and I think she was just turning a year old. She was very tall, very beautiful, as you can see, and we really liked her. So this was another one we really liked. Her name was Lucinda, and she was 4 years old, but she did have a little issue with bone chips in her back hocks.
So they removed the bone chip because if the bone chip would ever let loose, they could get an infection that would blow up and be a big problem. But we did the OCD on her. The surgery worked, but she still retained some fluid in her hocks. So we had a vet take it, draw some fluid, check it. It's just normal junk fluid. She has an enlarged capsule in her hocks because she had the bone chip. And what it does is they get an enlarged capsule because fluid goes around the chip, so the chip doesn't let loose and cause a problem. So essentially, when you do the OCD, you hope that the fluid's going to go away. The fluid didn't go away. The vet pulled the fluid. They ran a sample on it. It's not inflammatory at all. It's just normal joint fluid. And because of that, she carries, but you can see, you get a side, like from most angles you can't see it. But if you get a side view, you can see she has numbers.
Removed from both sides?
The bone chip was removed from both sides. Actually, she had 7 bone chips in the one. And she's sound. It's fixed. According to a vet, they would say it was successful. We just can't show her with the fluid.
Yeah.
Can she be like rode?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with her. She's 100% sound.
Is that something that's more susceptible for her
Offspring?
heritage then? Like, would she be disqualified as a good broodmare candidate because she would pass it on?
Well, some people tell you it's slightly hereditary. Her mom didn't have it, her grandma didn't have it. We had both of them, they didn't have it. Sometimes it's a fluke deal. If you actually took an x-ray, you would be surprised there's a huge percentage of them that have a bone chip. Okay. Sometimes it's super minor. Lots of times it'll actually fuse back.
Oh, you're scratching.
And in this case, it didn't fuse back, so it created fluid around the bone chip, so we had the bone chip removed.
Okay.
And there's nothing wrong with her. It just, she carries a little extra fluid. And like I said, it's merely cosmetic. And
she's
somebody
sweet.
that's not super familiar with horses may never see it. We want to call it. We want to say it's there. You know, we don't want. She's sound. She's sound. She's a good horse.
Broke the ride, Becca.
She is?
She's already
She
broke
broke
to
the
ride.
ride.
Okay.
She started, and she's green. She is only.
Okay.
Technically, every horse's birthday is the 1st of January, so she's technically 4. She will not be 4 until like end October.
Okay.
But for essentially a 3-year-old horse, we've rode her, we've drove her.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of deer hunting and stuff. We got some logging trails through the woods where I got a water tank and stuff. He took her up through the woods. My brother took her through the woods, rode her on the logging trails. She's actually done surprisingly
Daddy's
well by
scratching.
herself.
No, I'm
Which
scratching.
a lot
Daddy
of
is
horses they just go bunny
It's just too
oriented.
much
They don't
to
like
handle.
and he's taken her half mile back in the woods all by herself, and she's done well.
So as you can see, this mare is super sweet. We loved her age. We loved her height, her attitude. We were just concerned about the bone chips. We really appreciated the owners talking to us so much about it, giving us all the information we can. We actually talked to 2 different family members at 2 different times, and they gave us the same story, the same rundown, and we appreciated them calling it out. We weren't really concerned with it affecting her, in riding or pulling or anything like that. It was more concerning with if she would pass it on to her offspring. Basically, they didn't think so, that she would. Small chance, but there is a possibility. So this is a really beautiful 4-year-old mare. Her name was Jasmine. They said she was broke to drive. She wasn't a super hitchy mare, they said, but more of a pleasure mare. They said they had not tried to ride her, but she was still young, so that wouldn't be a problem to train her to ride. And she was actually confirmed bred and due to foal in February.
She's brand as you can get.
Yeah. I like her size.
Yeah.
I like them to be more compact and muscled and not real lanky.
Oh, she's
So
pretty.
She's a good height for me.
Yeah, I like
Same
her
size
too.
as my
She's just a good, honest meter thing.
Yeah.
friendly. Huh? Hi. What is her barn name? What do we call her?
Jasmine.
Jasmine? Come say hi.
Hi, pretty girl.
There.
Hi.
Yeah. Oh, man, you're just like Oliver.
She has pretty eyes.
Yeah, she seems pretty calm. Yeah, she's just the size of Yeah, she moves just like Oliver.
She's got exceptional legs and stuff like that. No flaws or anything like that.
Hi, pretty girl.
We all agreed on this mare. We all liked her. She was just kind of perfect overall package that we were looking for. The right build, size. She had beautiful dapples, beautiful color. She was in full, which was super exciting. And everybody just seemed pretty drawn to her. She was just a really sweet horse. We looked at horses all day Friday. I don't think we got back to the hotel until about 7:30, and we were all exhausted and I think a little bit confused even because there were just so many wonderful ones. But we pretty much eliminated down to about 10 mares, and then from that 10 we kind of had our top 3 picked out, as a lot of you guys saw that video from when we were down there of our top 3, and we picked those out for various different reasons.
Hi, it's 10:30 at night. I'm sitting in the hotel room. We just got back from swimming with Isaac, and I'm just gonna share my thoughts on the 3. I'm sure you guys have seen the video by now on the 3 that we've narrowed it down to the most. So Jasmine is, I'd like to say my favorite. All 3 of those are my favorite. But Jasmine is the 2-for-1 special. She's 4 years old, so she's never been bred before. It's her first foal. She's bred to a really high quality stallion, and we've heard about the stallion from a couple different people, as well as talking to the owner of the stallion. So it's like a pretty high quality foal that we expect too. Jasmine's mother comes from back to Scotland at a horse that was showed there, just real good quality. But her training isn't complete, so I would have to start training on her. But you get the foal as well, which is nice. She's a good match size for Oliver, which is nice.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. She's already bred. So I could put her out with Oliver now, and he wouldn't be fighting her and worrying about her being in heat. So I could finish her training while she's early bred like this before she gets heavy, and start hooking them together, and there wouldn't be that added stress of her being in season. Then the baby, little Natty. I really felt the most connection with her, I guess, because Becca loves her probably, but also because she kind of, like, there is no horses here that need rescued, but she is the only one there that really isn't just in great shape, and that kind of appealing to where she kind of needs a good home. And she also is kind of colored the most and patterned the most like Oliver. Like, I think she would really match him well when she's older, and the content and how much fun we all could have together training her and watching her grow and progress is like interesting and appealing to me for like the storyline of it and how much fun it would be. And then Lucinda is the only one we could take home and ride her tomorrow. Like, we could go home and start enjoying her. Like, Becca could go on, we could trail ride her and work her right now. She's already trained. So she's also ready, like, she could be bred to Oliver this week if we wanted to. Like, it's all good to go. But she has those drawbacks, which also are the only thing that makes that nice of a horse affordable for us. So, and those drawbacks are kind of not that big of a gamble. It's like, sure, it would hurt her show career or anything like that, but it's probably not hereditary because her mother didn't have it and her grandmother didn't have it. The owners owned all 3. And the stallion that she's out of is not known for throwing it. There's 25 horses there out of that stallion, and you know, that's just not a common thing. I checked into that. So that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
There's a bunch of others too, though.
Yeah. I actually have a little bit longer short list with, I think, 10 horses on it. But those were the top 3 once I started saying which ones I would want the most. But there's actually 10 that I'm really interested in. There was a mare, a really sweet mare with a 2-week-old baby. That's very interesting. And there was a filly also. I don't know. Talking this out loud's made me think Jasmine more and more. I thought maybe if I said it out loud to you guys, I would get a feeling, but I'm just as confused as when I started. Good job, people.
So the sale starts bright and early tomorrow morning, Saturday at 8 o'clock. And we are going to get up extra early so that we can get there and do one last walkthrough. Just kind of look at every mare that is on our list and make sure we didn't miss anybody. We're all super excited and nervous about tomorrow. So wish us luck, and we'll see you in the morning.